Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the episode 39,000 of the Gaifus for Laifus podcast. Once again, I am your host, Daniel, joined by the boys, Gunnar and Chris. Raul will hopefully be joining us later because he is babysitting and is probably being used as a form of contraceptive because taking care of other people's babies can make you not want to have a baby. But today we have a wonderful lineup in the show for you guys. I believe we are going to be talking about the spring 2022 lineup, which will be airing starting about next week. And we're going to discuss which ones we think seem interesting and which ones we might be checking out. There are some kind of heavy hitters. Will they be followed like Attack on Titan level? No, but we do have some good ones that we will talk about that are coming out. And then the Gaifus, sadly, we did not go together, but we did go see the Jujutsu Kaisen Zero movie, and we will be discussing that at some point and talk about how we felt about it because it is a prequel to the series, and we're just going to talk about how we think it's going to impact the future of the series overall and what we think of the Jujutsu Kaisen world and its world building. So let's start off, I guess, with how's everybody doing? We'll do some introductions. So Gunnar, Chris, have you guys been? I know we've talked on and off. Chris, Gunnar, how you been? You look tired.
Listen, I just want to say, how dare you?
What?
Love is War is better than Attack on Titan. Come at me,
Okay,
everybody.
wait, okay.
Come back at me, anybody.
Okay, as much as I love is War and as much as I love
Listen.
stupid takes, that was stupid.
Nah.
that
Season
was
3.
peak. That was peak. Like I just say this to see if like who yells at me.
Nah.
Okay.
That was the equivalent of me saying Gabby's a good character, which I genuinely believe, but I know that's not a popular opinion whatsoever.
Oh no, not at all.
Only thing better than Love is War?
Is there anything better than Love is War?
It's Vivi, of course.
Princess Vivi?
She was robbed. All right, but anyways, no, things have been good, busy, but better busy than not busy at all.
Oh, well, it's good to hear. Have you watched any new anime lately? Or
Dog, I did. Listen, I know we're waiting to get into the Jujutsu Kaisen movie. That shit was wild. That shit was, and yeah, I wasn't like I knew it was gonna be good, but I didn't think it was gonna be that good. And like lore wise, visually, it was great. Loved it. Besides that, I haven't been watching too much. I've been watching Adventure Time, the cartoon, from Cartoon Network. I'm on season 1. It's just pretty good.
I'm surprised you haven't watched it sooner. It feels like a very you show.
Yeah, well, the reason I'm watching is the voice of Jake is that voice actor voices Bender. And I started watching it because for anyone who doesn't know, they were doing a Futurama reboot, and there was a minute where everybody was on board, but they were still working out contracts with the voice of Bender, and I was getting a little sad there. So I was like, I was thinking, like, how the fuck are you gonna do a new Futurama, like another reboot without Bender? And I was like, so then me and Jess started watching it. Because I needed a fix of my voice actors, and it's actually pretty good. It's for a kids show.
That's good.
I've
heard good things about it, and of course, shout out to the great John DiMaggio, who is the voice of Bender and Jake the Dog.
John DiMaggio, thank you.
And his Marcus Phoenix from the Gears of War series.
He's Marcus Phoenix.
Yeah,
that is awesome.
He's also he created this documentary I showed Gunnar and his, I'm not gonna call her wife, girlfriend Jessica, called I Know That Voice, and it highlights like the voice actors.
Oh yeah, I remember watching that. Yes, that was good.
Yeah, so that was a fun one. So if you ever want to like kind of find out what the life is like, I Know That Voice. This is fun when they have everybody. They have Batman. They have Bobby from One Tree, King of the Hill, One Tree Hill, the King of the Hill.
The One Tree Hill. That's actually when the Elden Ring edition, because they're actually doing a reboot of King of the Hill too.
Yeah.
So it's that's actually what they're gonna call it, the One Tree Hill. Yeah.
course.
No, I'm just kidding though. But no, yeah. Speaking of that, do we have any King of the Hill fans in the Gaifus right now?
I like watched a few episodes, but I never like got into it. I always thought it was funny, and like the memes are great. But
it's so good.
I never like actually like watched.
It always came on at a weird time. It was never like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's one of those shows you get into because like you were homesick one day and you're like, oh, cool, like it's on. More than like, oh shit, 3:30 guys, I'm home from school, time to pop on King of the Hill.
Listen, it's on Hulu.
No, of course it is.
I recommend it. Shit's fucking hilarious. And now I know how to properly grill steak, so there's some real life.
Doesn't he ask about the steaks and Bobby's like, well, what if they weren't like well done?
Then it's like, but you politely and respectfully ask them to leave. Bobby. No, King of the Hill's fucking hilarious, dude. And they're also doing a reboot, so that's been confirmed.
Updated graphics, so it's not like 90s.
Well, so like they kind of do that. So like, I mean, the older season, because I mean, I think all in all it had like 15, 18 seasons. It had a lot of seasons. And of course the older ones are more like where it was like hand drawn, but I think the last third of it, it's like the digital. They switched over, transitioned to digital art that's become more standard. So overall, I don't think too much will change. They'll probably keep that similar art style of the updated. From what information we've gotten so far, it's gonna take place I believe 10 years in the future. So at this point, they haven't released like where everyone's going to be or what's going to like what the plots are going to be. But we're thinking maybe like Bobby tried to go and like to the big city, be a comedian, didn't work out. So now he's back at home with Hank and now he's like, and Hank's trying to like, this is his last chance to get him into propane and shit like that. So I think that's where they're gonna take it. But I mean, nothing's been released yet. That's just that fan theories and people talking about. But we will see. No, but yeah, I definitely recommend watch some King of the Hill, dog. Everybody, put it on right now and come back to the podcast.
I would like to say hello to Raul for joining us a little late. I know you're babysitting, so hopefully, did you give the baby NyQuil? That's a classic.
Listen,
the parents came and picked him up. So
listen, just a shot of bourbon. That's it.
Bourbon.
No, tequila.
Tequila.
Then it got real.
Well,
I would like to say congratulations to Chris, who is finally picking up Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood again after God for so long.
Wait, you haven't seen Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood?
I've never seen FMA Brotherhood, and I started it, and then I fell off a little bit because I wanted to watch some other things. And now I picked it back up, and it's just as nutty as I remember it. I just got to. Has everyone here seen it? I don't have to worry about spoilers.
Yes. You just have to worry about the audience.
Okay, audience spoilers for about 20 episodes in.
Well, isn't that it's like what, 5-10 years old now?
Yeah.
It's really old.
Yeah,
I think it was in 08 is when it came out.
There's no spoilers.
You give everyone a heads up.
I'm surprised that I literally still have no clue what happens in this anime yet, even though it's been out for so long.
It's one of those ones. It's like the fandom is like super polite and like everyone's kind of like gentlemanly about it. Because then you look at like Attack on Titan and it's like you just left like your prepubescent boys alone in the room and now they're flinging shit against the wall. So shout out to the Brotherhood fandom.
Woohoo. So I just got to the episode where Mustang kills Lust.
Ooh.
And
so you're close, yeah.
I'm in the beginning. It's like 25 episodes in or something like that.
Is that 25?
Yeah.
I felt like, I guess Lust does die pretty early.
Yeah, that was my shock because she's like super popular. And so I was like, oh, there's no way she like dies this early. And literally, yeah, she got wrecked. And I told Daniel that scene was kind of hard for me to watch because like the voice acting was so good and like the editing and whatnot. Every time Mustang like lit her on fire, that's screaming. I was like, oh, that's rough.
English or dub?
Yeah, you tell me. Have you said? You have to watch. Fullmetal Alchemist is great.
Yeah, the dub is amazing.
It's really good. And so I was watching. I was like, I think I was watching it in between my parent-teacher conferences a couple days ago. I was like, oh god, this is like rough. I was
like, this is a metaphor for how my parent-teacher conferences are going.
Some of them. But, yeah, it was. But it's a really good show. I've also had a roller coaster of emotions with Mustang himself. Because what's her name?
But I forget what her name is, but the short-haired
Hawkeye or
no,
they're like the
black hair girl.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, short-haired girl, and then they have
the one that gets blamed for Hughes's death.
Yeah. Oh yeah, her.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought Mustang killed her, and I texted Dale. I was like, Mustang's a great A bitch. And then like an episode later, I was like, nah, Mustang cool. Yeah, we good.
Listen, that was a great plot twist.
It was. I was here for it.
And I was like, what do I say? Like, do I just go like, don't worry about it? Like,
nah, I've been going through a roller coaster emotions, and then like, I'm trying to still figure out who my favorite character is so far. I think it's a tie between the Führer and Mustang. It's like those two.
Führer Bradley.
Yeah, dude, he's sick. My man, when he went into the Laboratory 5 or 3, the one where he was chasing what's the butcher's name?
Barry
when he was chasing Barry and everyone, and then Mustang was fighting less, and the Führer goes in, and the guys outside are like, we'll go help you, sir, and he pulls out his sword. He's like, nah, I want to do this alone. I'm like, yo, he's so cool.
I think they like, because you're at the part where they reveal that he's
a homunculus.
Yeah. There's this scene later when they're doing the war, and like I think they throw like a tank at they're like in a tank, and they're like, we got him, and he like cuts through the tank, and everyone's like, oh, okay.
Oh man, dude, yeah, he's so cool.
Voice actor's dope too in English.
Yes, he is. I also really like Edward, and it's funny because most shonen protagonists I can't stand, but I really, really like Edward. So he's up there. Winry is also up there. It's just it's a good cast. Like, it's a solid cast. But yes, I'm watching that, and then I'm also watching Gretsuko on the 3rd season, where she just got hired by the manager of that idol group.
Yeah, that was such a weird fucking left turn.
No, I really like the guy. He's kind of cool.
I liked it too, but I was like, this is a random journey.
And this season is also solidifying that Finico is my favorite character because she's fucking hilarious. And then what else am I watching right now? Just finished Toradora. Lame ending. Literally hated that ending. So bad. What else am I watching?
Are me and Gunnar the only two that have watched, or me and Chris the only two that have watched Toradora?
Haven't seen it.
Does not sound familiar.
It's trash.
Do you guys want to hear what I just picked up?
Oh Jesus!
One Piece incoming.
No. One Piece.
Okay. We are T-minus 5 minutes into this thing.
For the listeners, if you're caught up in the animation, please pick up the manga, because this latest chapter just broke all of One Piece.
Okay, so literally, Raul, it's crazy. Funny because my other friend group in Discord, a couple of them are big One Piece fans, and like literally right before you texted us about the One Piece chapter, one of them was like, did you guys see the new One Piece chapter? I'm like, guys, like
internet really breaking, right? Oh. When this hits animation, it which it will in a couple months over the summer, just big brain Oda SSS tier. But that's not what I was gonna talk about.
But listen, is it that the One Piece is actually 2 pieces?
Even better.
Raul's like
3 pieces.
SSS tier.
What chapter is it, Raul?
1044.
Raul's like chapter 1044, episode 1000.
Wait,
marrying Kayla on my list of.
Okay, so Raul, I want you like slightly spoil, and sure. I'm gonna warn the listeners. Spoiler alert.
Please. Go ahead and jump to the
timestamp.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you mentioned that they bring back Skypia. Does it now come back?
Ooh,
that's all I want to know. That's all I want to know.
No, he does not come back.
I'd love to know, dude.
Okay, but listen.
Okay.
Think on his level. What kind of character he is, I can't say too much, but it just think of like how much power he had.
Yeah, he was pretty OP. Like
listen,
Luffy needed the plot armor to beat him.
Oh, Luffy undeniably has the best plot armor in any anime now, confirmed 100%. This motherfucker just died, came back to life, and was like, "What's good?"
Oh, he got wrecked by Kaido?
Oh, yes, easy.
Okay. All right. That's all I wanted to know. Okay.
Is that a spoiler though? I thought we all knew that. I know that. And
so
I'm on Alabasta.
Yeah, dude, he literally always
arc,
loses to every fucking villain. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Except for Horty Jones. Poor Horty Jones.
Yeah. But there are other members of the One Piece crew who are questionable, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Questionable.
Questionable.
Oh, is my girl? Oh, if my girl Nami is a bad guy, I'm gonna be so happy. I don't know.
Is this like an injury report kind of thing? They're questionable, or are we talking like?
There's someone sus. It's Among Us.
Do you guys remember Zoro's scene in Thriller Bark when he meets Kuma and he walks through? Okay.
Yeah.
Think on that scale.
Like badass.
Like the injury. Sustained. Like this person in question is questionable to make it out of this arc.
Oh shit! Like that bad? Like him taking the whole thing? Oh.
I think my favorite thing about this is that Chris really wants to know. He wants to know.
I
know he does.
I want to know so bad, bro.
Chris is ready to read all the backs of sweatshirts to get the spoilers.
Dude, literally, I think Raul just convinced me I need to start like
you need to
read One Piece and then reading it. Yeah.
Get the viz that.
No, yeah, I did. I bought that and it's super clutch, crazy.
Dude, I need
but
this.
I will not say anymore. Anyone listening, please read it because it is mind blowing.
So what chapter was that again?
1044.
So 1044 is. Would you
years in the future?
Would you say that is the true beginning to One Piece? That chapter?
I will say it's the beginning of the final like quarter of One Piece. Like we're entering the final stage.
Oh, really? So you can see the end.
The end is near. This is peak Luffy we're talking about. Like this is Luffy at his strongest. This is
Sage mode.
This is like where Goku hits.
Naruto.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's there. This is.
Was there another manga that you said you were reading, or was you just want to like full circle the One Piece?
No, you guys brought up the One Piece, so I was gonna talk about it. I was saying I actually started watching Violet Evergarden.
Oh fuck! Hey, how do you like it?
So I'm like 8 episodes in.
Episode 10, baby.
Episode 10.
Episode 10. Okay, all right.
Episode 10. Yeah, that one hurts a lot.
I'm the first. Okay, so for anyone who hasn't seen it, this is a spoiler. But I'm on the part where she learns that the general, whatever his title is dead, or like
officially
like MIA, missing. He's gone, and she just does not. But I really like it because it's not like actiony. There's no thrill to it, but it's a good like drama. Sit down.
Made me cry a little bit.
Yeah, you cried. I cried a lot.
Yeah. And it's beautiful. Like
listen,
great animation.
When she does the umbrella and she jumps.
The umbrella jump.
Dude, that was actually the last thing I saw. That episode. Yeah.
Dude, that one hurt so much.
When the dad was like, "I wish you had lived," I was like,
"Yeah." Listen, give me more of this. I don't want no High School Musical type.
Oh,
hey, don't be shitting on Toradora, dog. I hated the ending, but the rest of it was god tier.
I thought he was just High School DxD, and I was like,
no, give me more of this type of. What would you categorize this anime as?
Dojo, slice of life, something of the sort.
Okay, yeah, give me this type of slice of life, not like
now that you need to watch.
Okay.
So there's the first one that actually has a title, and then there's Violet Evergarden, the movie, and that finishes the series.
Ooh, okay.
So I haven't watched it yet because I'm waiting for Ashley. But
I think it's a great story. I love it. I love the character.
It's good. Visually,
her quest, the visuals, it's great.
Dude,
really
Kyoto animation, baby.
Yeah, that shit. But all right, before we talk about the spring animes, let's talk about some Jujutsu Kaisen since we're all here.
Do we have time to listen to Chris's?
Listen, I was gonna say,
I'll keep it short.
Do we have Chris Corner ready to go? Like,
Yeah,
we need
it's
a full
ready.
animation.
It's
Chris's
ready.
Corner.
I got him.
We
Ready?
we need to have like a little voice.
Yeah.
It goes Chris's corner and like
Exactly.
Ready? You ready for it? Chris, start talking.
All right. So
Chris's Corner.
Chris Corner on. Chris Corner off. Unmute yourself, bitch. Unmute yourself, bitch.
you have to. So I have to unmute myself when you
Yeah. So I can mute you, but I have to ask you to unmute yourself. I can't just unmute you.
What's the point of the corner?
pass it back
That's
to me.
Listen, yes, you know what? It's because you know when you can come back.
That's how you
Okay.
know Zoom was made by teachers.
Look. I will keep my ranting brief. So first off, can I start? Is that okay?
Give us
Okay.
your score. Give us your
Okay,
score,
so
what
he
you
kind of he
thought.
started. Okay, so before you hopped on,
No, hang on. I got you. All right. So before I started, or before tonight, I gave it a 6.5 out of 10 because I had just read the manga like a week and a half before this movie, and the manga was literally so god tier that the movie I guess I had too high expectations. So my bad. Now that I'm going back on it, I'm going to up my rating to an 8 out of 10.
Wow.
Still not perfect. Okay. And here's why. So first, I'm gonna give I'm gonna do the parent teacher conference thing. I want to give the highs and the lows and the highs again. Okay. So the highs. Amazing animation, but we
Studio
knew
Map-
that from Studio
Map,
Map, but it was gonna be that. Okay. Amazing animation, amazing fight scenes. Okay. Amazing score. Amazing characters. Maki glow up is god tier. Yuki Akatsu god tier. Backstory god tier. Okay, that's the highs. Okay, here's literally two lows. Okay, first off, plot was rushed. Plot was not meant for an hour and a half, 2 hour movie, whatever the hell it was. Okay, it was more for like a 12 episode season. Okay, plot was rushed. Okay. Second thing.
Thoughts half forming on people's faces.
Second thing.
listen, you're hovering in the corner. I'm just
Okay.
letting you know.
Okay, plot was rushed. Second thing. Besides the Nanami fight, because the Nanami fight was literal god tier, the rest of the filler fan service stuff that we got with like the other school fighting the demons and some of the other mini fight scenes during the March of 1,000 Demons or whatever it was, were not necessary. It took away from the plot, in my opinion. So that bumps it down a little bit. Now back to the good.
That was spicy. I thought that was a spicy take.
Now back to the goods. Everything else about it was so freaking good. That's all I can say.
Simple.
It's literally those two things just take away from it so much, especially the plot. The plot thing was so rushed and so bad.
What rushed it for you? Was
It was
that
the pacing of it. Okay, so in the manga, right, they broke it down into 3 separate parts. Okay, the first part was Yuki getting introduced to the school, and then the mission with Maki. Okay, that was part 1. Part 2 was the mission with, I can never remember his name, the sound guy or the voice, the curse.
Oh yeah. We'll call him Sam Monroe for right now.
Sam that was part 2. Also introduced Ghetto and like his whole philosophy on monkeys and whatnot, and then it introduced the war. Okay, the third part was the war, and it split so nicely into 1, 2, 3. Okay, now in a movie, the pacing of it, especially since they added in freaking fan service fights and all that fun stuff, didn't make any sense.
Barely. Hold on. The fan service thing, come on. It wasn't even like that much fan service.
Yeah,
Like,
like,
literally,
I have to-
I'm
no,
thinking like
that's
Demon
so
Slayer.
much.
He has 3 titty ass like wives. Like,
I know. Hold on.
No, not fan service. No, not fan service. Not fan service in
Not
regard to
fan
like
service.
looking at
Alright.
people.
Okay.
Fan service as in bringing in characters to make the fans happy.
Okay.
Okay, but
Like Best of Friendo and all of them.
okay.
Like they're little 2-second segments, and they
It's not
showed
even
up.
2 seconds. 2 seconds. It was literally like.
So
a
do you-
couple minutes.
Would you want to see more of them?
No, I don't want to see any of it. I wanted them to stay true to the plot, except for the Nanami fight. Nanami
Are you
fight was
wait? They were, but how is it not true to the plot? Because
it wasn't in the manga.
But it's
Daniel's made me a manga elitist.
Oh wait. Shut the.
He's becoming manga elitist. This is what it feels like.
But in the anime, that's a big part of the plot. Best of Friendo takes down like a bunch of special tier like.
Did they ever mention that in the first season?
They fucking mentioned that. They mentioned that when it gets introduced in the whole right before they do the tournament and against the schools. It's plot. It's plot. He's there.
In terms of world building, they really did a good job of connecting things to.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because
I'll disagree with Chris on that.
Yeah, because like that whole point of them it connected so well that while that's like, because that's the thing in the show in season 1. That's what they hint about. Okay, we find out who the big baddie is. We find out that there's this big fight, and we find out that Best of Friendo and his group were a part of it. Well, actually, we didn't know that the other ones were. We just knew that Best of Friendo was there for sure.
With my
yeah. So, to have it tie back, I thought actually really fit in well, because now we're now caught up not only on the plot wise. Now we know exactly who the big baddie is. We know, because that was my issue with season 1. I'm like, who is this guy? Why are we fighting him? Like, what the fuck's the point? The movie explained that, and now I know. Okay, and this is big spoilers, so if you haven't seen the movie, you better skip fucking ahead, because I'm about to spoil it. Him, the big baddie, and Gojo were best friends.
Yeah.
Important.
Very important.
And the other thing is, the big baddie's still alive. So either Gojo fucked up real bad, or he spared him, because at the end of the movie, there's that whole scene. We don't hear what he says.
Yeah,
important.
But that's the same. But that also happens in the manga. Not like taking.
But bitch, like your whole point that it doesn't, like, plot wise, they don't make sense. Plot wise, they make sense if you watch the anime.
then they need to make the movie fucking longer, or change it into a different format.
Okay, here's
a new season or something.
Okay. I'm gonna I don't know how I want to hear from Daniel and Raul, because I think the movie's like a 9.5, if I'm honest.
All right.
So Daniel, Raul, let me hear what you guys
listen. I said 8.5. I can't give it a 9.5. That's too close to perfection. I said 9 out of 10 originally, but I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about it, and I'll give it to him. The plot was a little rushed, but it doesn't mean that it should be lower than an 8. Like
I gave it an 8.
But like what
originally you said?
No, you're right. Originally, yeah, I was too critical. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So let's not talk about that. I thoroughly enjoyed that movie. If I was to rewatch another movie, an anime movie, I would pick this over Mugen Train, because Mugen Train first half was slow as shit. So what do I want? Do I want a slow plot, or do I want like a fast plot?
Yeah,
they're both flawed.
That's a good point, Daniel. I want to hear from Daniel, because my next question is good. Now, Daniel, what do you give this Jujutsu Kaisen movie?
I give it a 9.
Yeah, it was good, wasn't it?
9. Wait,
great.
Okay. Can we hear your Mugen Train ratings?
Well, no, here actually before you even give.
So I remember Raul texted, saying that Mugen Train was carried. Who said it? Was it you?
I said it. I did say it.
I respect that opinion. That's the legit.
That is carried by animation.
No. Carried by the Rengoku fight.
No. Rengoku's death.
Oh.
That fight. Yeah, the fight and the death. That's the whole thing. Yeah, same thing.
Fight, so.
You take that out of the movie flops.
Hang on.
Okay. I agree with that.
So wait, are we doing our ratings first? Because I want to rebut that.
Okay, let's finish this Jujutsu.
Yeah. So and then Daniel, finish your Jujutsu, because my thing. What I want to ask. All right, go ahead.
I'm gonna do a roll. I'm gonna go 9.5, and the reason why is because
it's good.
I probably shouldn't admit this on a podcast, but so we've been doing like testing and stuff, and since I've had a lot of free time. Not free. I shouldn't have a lot of free time, but I've been catching up on the Jujutsu Kaisen series, and everything makes sense. Like honestly, if you were to read from where season 1 ends to finishing it right now, the movie makes more sense.
Wow.
So it explains the post. Did you guys stay for the post credit scene?
No.
Are you fucking serious? I told.
Yeah, we left. I didn't.
I told Jessica. I told. No, I haven't seen. I told Jessica. I was like, let's stay let's stay in case there's a post credit scene, and she told me this isn't a Marvel movie. They don't have.
That's what I was thinking too. I
Googled it. It ended, and I was like, guys, post credit scene. Everyone sit down.
You see, because they turned the lights on in the theater, so I was like,
that was a bait. Yeah, that was
like, all right.
Okay, so really fast. So, and this is like mild spoilers, but it's nothing like game changing. So the guy Miguel, Okotsu is, so the scene cuts to him sitting with him in Africa or India.
Yes, Africa.
He's the guy that had the hair.
He had the braid. Yeah,
the braids,
the rope braid. And so they're talking because Miguel was like a contracted sorcerer, so he wasn't like, hey, we don't like each other on principle. It's just like they paid me to be here. So they're talking, and then Gojo shows up, and then they do the silent talk again, which was funny because so when Itadori comes back to life in the show, when Gojo makes a comment, "Oh, I came back from a trip out of the country." That's the trip he's talking about. Yeah, so that's the trip that he takes to talk to Okotsu and Miguel.
More plot connect. And Chris said this doesn't connect.
And so basically, like Miguel's. So I will say the big hint is the braid that Miguel was using when he was fighting Gojo plays a gigantic part in the show.
Nice.
But yeah, so I said 9.5 because of the story. Just like how clearly it was like beautiful timing. It was like I finished the movie, I read it, and literally like 2 chapters after I read it, they talked about the movie, and I'm like, okay, because he does show up in the show. He's gonna show up in the show. Okotsu is.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
that's sweet.
So, and then you find out why Geto's still alive. What else do you find out? Maki becomes best. She's up there with greatest shonen protagonists. Like, she has an arc that she would go head to head with any shonen protagonist.
Listen, Maki shined in season 1. So, and then the movie, she was like the star, like pretty much.
In the movie, I will agree that they made Maki look so fucking cool and so awesome. And I was super here for the dynamic between Yuki and Maki. It was really good.
When she hit that, okay, this was like more of a sexy fan service, but when she hit the splits, I was like, I looked at, I think, Chris. I didn't say it to Chris, but I looked at Chris in my head. I was like, that's why RJ was like flipping.
RJ is a literal dog, dude. Like, be fucking real.
And it wasn't even that much. It was just the splits, and I was like, okay, yeah.
RJ
was like
literally a teenager.
Listen, he's young.
He's a teenager.
Listen,
that made me laugh. I was like, that's why RJ's on the train for Maki. It makes sense.
Yeah.
But so I bumped it to a 9.5 because I know how it connects. But I liked it. They did a lot of call outs, and it was cool because I took my roommate Emmett, for those who don't know. And no anime experience. He's only watched like 3. It's Attack on Titan, Tokyo Ghoul, and then he watched Demon Slayer with us. But he was like, it was cool because like I didn't know anything that was going on, but they explained everything really well. They explained how the world works. They explained how the powers work. They explained like what they're doing there, like in the first 5 to 10 minutes, and you're like, okay, like even if you don't know what's happening, okay. The point is that they did it fast enough where it was. New people could kind of understand what's happening and how the power systems work, and then people who are fans like us are like, okay, like cool, we got a refresher just in case you're an anime only person and you haven't read the manga because you hate yourself. So I will say, and I can't believe I'm admitting this to these two, we did watch it dubbed because Chris picked 7 o'clock and it turns out 7 o'clock was the dub time.
Don't put that on me, Ricky. But I didn't know.
But I do like. I think that's what he's upset about. But the dub, I like Gojo's voice actor and stuff like that. So
Gojo's voice actor in the dub's really good.
I actually have a really interesting point about Gojo. I'm gonna bring it up, but after you finish your take. So Gunnar, what is your question?
Okay, here's my question. What's better, Jujutsu Kaisen or Demon Slayer movie?
Jujutsu.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say.
Train,
yeah, I'm on the Jujutsu train too. To be honest, if I'm honest.
Listen.
I got
Demon Slayer movie. I would rather find the 30-minute clip of the ending than watch the whole thing.
Okay, to be fair though, you were asleep until 30 minutes to the end, so I don't know how much that counts.
I don't want to rewatch the first hour that made me fall asleep.
Honestly, yeah, you can make the argument like, "Hey, yeah, you didn't really miss much." Yeah, it's about them. What about? I will say, okay, so I think this is the thing too, is I feel like Demon Slayer and Jujutsu are in two different camps. And what I mean by that is it's the same thing that happened with Bleach and Naruto. So you read Naruto. Naruto's like the one that the kids get into. You know what I mean? And Bleach was like the anime that had like the swagger to it. That was the one that the brother read. You know what I mean? That was the senior that showed up on the leather jacket and the motorcycle. And I feel like Jujutsu's as this generation shows up with the leather jacket and the motorcycle. And Demon Slayer is like, we got some dope ass scenes, but anybody of any age who can kind of pick it up.
Yeah.
So that's my thing is it's kind of like a little bit of like apples and oranges, but I like Jujutsu appeals to us, I think, because it's also kind of cool. Like Gojo's dope. Like Gojo's just outfits are dope. Like everyone dresses dope. Like everyone's got
a lot of drip.
I will say, dude, when Yuki like unbuttoned his thing and had the chain, the black strap, I was like, this guy oozes drip, dog. Like that shit was sick.
I remember. Sick. How'd you guys feel about the plot? So we watched it with our friend Dominic, and he did not like that they repeatedly brought up Rika, like the past that they had together.
Yeah.
He was like, they brought it like 4 times.
I did feel like they oversaturated it.
Okay.
I'll agree
continue,
with that
Chris.
I like
continue, Chris.
Gunner, I'm with you.
That was great.
I'm a big sucker for it too, because so I was told
it's beautiful.
But so when we watched,
it was beautiful.
We came off of a wedding weekend. We went to go visit our friend David and his wedding. So I think I was caught in like the love thing. You know what I mean? Like when people were like, "Love is amazing" because they go to a wedding. And like I think like knowing that she dies and like they were supposed to like be together forever, like hurt me on like a deeper level than I think it really should have.
But
I was
like
emotional, and I was like, why am I emotional?
Okay, finish your fucking
hold on.
topic, Chris.
Why is that different from the brother sister aspect? Like, yeah, we get it. They bring it up all the time. This is my sister. I'll do whatever I want for her. Like, there's no difference between them bringing up.
It's not. And so here's the thing. That is one of the very few aspects of Demon Slayer that I don't like is like I love the fact that Tanjiro is so connected to his family and whatnot, but goddamn, every monologue and every time he's getting his ass whipped is literally just that. Okay,
exactly.
So I do get over that sometimes, and it's the same thing with Rika. But for me, the thing with Rika is I freaking love her her curse form. I think it's so sick, and for me, when they kept bringing back the whole youthful love thing and whatnot, it felt like for me I wanted some more like disconnect between the two of like how evolved she's become from this sweet girl to like this overprotective curse, right?
Hold on, you are missing the mark because it's a curse. That's the whole point of a curse.
No.
You are haunted, I know. And that is the thing that will be with you forever, over, and that is there.
Yes, but for me, I didn't like how oversaturated they made like the whole or making the connection between. I don't know. For me, I didn't like it. And I'm gonna sound like a manga elitist again. They only mentioned it once
in the manga. They never talk about that.
They only mentioned, dude, this manga literally is like one of my favorite things I've ever read in my life. And in the manga, they mentioned it once, and then they only focus on her monster form. I was so fucking here for that. So I don't know. I know it's a stupid point, but to me, it's I don't know. It makes sense in my head. So
here's my thing. Not only is this story like an epic fight, it's high fantasy, high action, there's a fucking love story in that too.
I love the love story. I'm so here for it, but dude,
you don't want to hear about the love story. You
no, I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear about the past. I like the current.
2 more times. I'm done with it. Nah, listen, because you think about it. You think the story was in the beginning. It was that they loved each other and she would love him forever. And then you find out at the end, no. They loved each other, and he would love her forever.
My thing that made me mad is she gets run over, and then I do the voice for the dude. He's like, "I didn't see her." You're like, oh, "Okay, fuck you, dude." Yeah.
No, that dude's stupid.
Also, this is funny as fuck to me. We were in the theater, and it's the scene where he finally realizes how to unlock her.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
This shit pissed me off. Like, bro, you're watching anime. Get the fuck over.
So it's the scene where she's like, "Rika, I'll always love you," and he like leans in to kiss her monster form. People in the crowd went, "Ugh."
Look back, yeah, bitch. That's not the worst thing you've seen in your life.
Right? Like this is where we draw the line in the sand.
I bet every single one of them have fapped to Monster Musume. Miss me with that.
Whoa!
Everyone's like,
come at us and
all these bitches with their waifu pillows, and they're like,
ooh. But he kissed the monster lady. That's not good, dog. That's not good.
Just because she got a third eye doesn't mean hey.
That was
like, what the fuck?
it was so good, dude. It was so good. But Chris don't like them love stories, you know what I mean? He's not about that.
Dude, literally,
he was the one who watched all these slice of life movies. I'm the one who doesn't like the love stories, and here I am saying it's fucking great.
Thank you. You're a bandwagoner.
Dude, when you put the
I'm a bandwagoner. Miss me.
And this is where the
Russell Wilson having ass.
The war.
Listen. I haven't begun everything my whole life as a white person and a Patriots fan. So
yeah, hey, man. Some of us just can't be that lucky. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Tough. Call me a bandwagon,
dude.
I'm sorry, bro. My emotions got the better of me.
This is. You know what? Hold on.
I was gonna text us and be like, "Get to the mirror, Chris." What am I walking?
Now, moving on.
We're gonna do the.
Let's wrap it up real quick. Spring anime 2022. Let's talk about it. What are we excited for? What are we not excited for? What are we ready to? What's going to be the next big spring anime?
Hell yeah! Sorry. So really fast, some of the ones that people may have heard. These are the returners that I'll say out loud for people. So returning this spring is season 2 of the Rising of the Shield Hero.
Ooh.
You get the turtle guy. That's gonna be fun. Kaguya-sama season 3. Komi-san season 2. If you've watched the Day Live series, Day Live season 4 is coming back. My favorite. But one of my favorites is Science. Science Fell in Love, so I try to prove it, which is basically about a scientist trying to prove that they like each other using science. It's kind of funny.
What's that one science anime that's out right now?
Yeah.
Dr. Stone?
Dr. Stone.
It's kind of like that. Basically, the two main characters like each other, but neither of them want to admit that they do, so they try to like do science experiments to quantify like love. So one of them's like, if I hold his hand and his heart rate goes up,
I love you this much.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's kind of silly, but it actually like the girl's actually pretty like waifu material. So that's why your boy's locked in.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it sounds like a Chris anime.
Yeah, that's definitely a Chris anime.
It's a Daniel anime. That's what we're talking
Daniel.
about. Let's see what else. Those are the real big, like heavy. Like I said, after coming off of Demon Slayer and Attack on Titan,
you're missing something. Odd Taxi is getting a movie, bro.
When does that come out?
It's scheduled, dude. It's scheduled soon, actually.
Okay, sorry, I won't keep going, but continue.
Yeah, please don't give us more. Speaking of that, there's another One Piece.
Because it made me think of One Piece Red, which is about Shanks, which is also very important to the story now. So I just won't say nothing.
Don't say nothing. But anyways, right now it's slotted for April 1st, but I don't think that's right.
That's in 2 weeks.
That's in 2 weeks.
That's
so
no.
A lot of these
next
anime
week
though are set up for the next week and a half.
Yeah, but anyways, Odd Taxi the movie. It's called In the Woods. It's going to talk about the aftermath of season 1. So that's just
because the girl goes to prison.
Mm-hmm.
Your boy Taxi Man just picked up an interesting figure.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the nurse girl?
Wait, don't tell me I'm still watching it.
No, it's not. Oh, okay. Well,
it's a kind of a spoiler.
Okay,
but
anyways, it's gonna explore the end game. So
I will say too, a couple other good movies. So Quintessential Quintuplets is getting the movie. I think it's gonna be how they end the series.
Oh, really?
I wish you guys would read because it's peak like waifu argument, and there's 5 of them, so we have diversity.
Listen, I'm gonna be on. I tried watching the anime, dude.
You gotta read it.
I tried.
You gotta read it.
I tried.
You gotta read it. You gotta read it.
Do they tone it down in the manga? Because I doubt that. Do they really?
They did, yeah. It was a lot of fan service in anime, to be honest.
It was a lot of fan service.
Dragon Ball Super.
Oh yeah.
Movie with the boy Gohan is going to be Gohan gets a transformation.
Can we just talk about they did him dirty, bro? They turned him into stay-at-home dad.
I know. Which there's nothing wrong with stay-at-home dads.
No, I know. But he's literally Goku's son. Like,
yeah. Well, that's what was funny is I think that like he talks about it. He was like after the Cell games, when Goku dies, it was supposed to be Gohan's story next.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think he like panicked and was like, "What if like Gohan isn't well received?" And brought Goku back.
Plot armor.
He was. Yeah. It can't risk it. This is the golden ticket right here.
If you are a fan of Free, the anime, the swimming anime, peak fan service for the ladies, and the Gaifus, and then the teasing
the Gaifus.
You're a guy.
It's a new market we're delving into.
Can we get Emmett a T-shirt?
Well,
and he's gonna wear it to Splash Cafe, and he's gonna market our shit.
Easy.
Splash Cafe.
Yeah.
You see the club. Yeah. They also have a great bed and breakfast. Listen. Sure okay.
So can I give you because I've read a lot of these as manga. Can I give you guys my recommendations?
Yes. Yeah. Let's hear everyone's recommendations and then let's wrap it.
All right. So for me, Spy Family.
I was just reading
I was eyeballing.
That one looks pretty good.
It is the funny. It's really good. So the main character, his name is Twilight. He has to prevent this war from happening. It's kind of like this East-West Germany thing going on, and so he has to prevent like the countries from going to war. In order to do that, he hires a family as like his cover. So the little girl is actually a telepath. She can read people's minds. And then the woman that he hires to be his wife is an assassin. So all of them have secrets, but the little girl knows that both of them aren't living the lives that they're supposed to be living.
Got it.
So the slapstick is he'll be like, "Oh, I need to take care of this," and like the mom will make a comment about like killing somebody, and she's like, "What?" and stuff like that. So that's like where the gag is. And it's cool because it's a lot of spy. It's like an ode to spy movies. So like they eventually get a dog. His name is Bond, like James Bond.
Yeah.
So it's really, I think it's really funny. The humor is really good. It kind of has like a Kaguya-sama vibe where it's kind of like episodic. It's not like there's a plot, which is you just need to know that they're trying to prevent the war, but like the journey along the way is like these really random events that take place. So that's my recommendation. That'd be my number one. That if you haven't seen anything, and then my number two would be Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie, another slice of life. It's just about this nerdy dude who has a girlfriend who just like she's badass and she loves him, and it's like pure like romance kind of stuff more than that. But so those are my two that I definitely will be watching, just because like I've read the manga for both of those and I love both of them as a series. There's one more I saw in here.
Listen, if you don't mention what I'm thinking right now, you're off the pod, dog. I'm serious.
The Batman one, right? That's what there is I'm gonna show my girlfriend this. There is a horse jockey one. So,
yeah,
the horse jockey one.
Woo!
Is that the one? Yeah,
I'm stoked, dog.
Just for my girlfriend who was a horse rider. And then they have a golf one, dude. I'm hyped for the golf anime. Like, where's Tiger at? I just want to have a version of Tiger.
Tiger Woods.
I don't know if that's in the pro. Oh, I mean,
listen. In the world of anime, it might actually be.
Yeah, I would say that might be work. That might work.
Yeah. Listen, what's that? The soccer anime that's coming out this season?
It's not this season, but there is one that's coming out later called Blue Lock, and it's basically like imagine like a Naruto, but it's soccer. So
that one looked fun.
Yeah,
that one looked like a good time.
So there's 300 strikers, and Japan's trying to build have them all develop their ego, because Japan is a society that doesn't focus on the individual. But the guy's like, we'll never win the World Cup if we have a bunch of people who put the team before themselves, and in order to score goals you have to put the team before yourself, or yourself before the team.
Yeah.
Like he locks them in this place, and basically it's like a fucking tournament arc to get out.
Okay.
And then they have to become, but it's like the graphics are super dope. Like it shows them like with like energy and stuff like Dragon Ball Z. It's fucking tight. So that's coming out, I think, either in July or October. So that's what I'm looking forward to. But anyways, passing off to you guys. Back to you, Brett.
Yeah. Listen, Love is War season 3.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go.
Hype.
This is gonna be best season.
So good.
Better than Attack on Titan. Better than My Hero. Better than Demon Slayer.
Does he have a corner? Does he have a corner?
Gunner does have a corner.
Nah.
Okay, good.
It has been. It's been like put off for a while because his takes have gotten.
They're great.
Better,
they're great
but
takes.
it's coming back. So.
No, listen.
This
intro, like the past
done by the same guy. It's fucking trash.
The past two in what the fucking track? Are you serious?
If the same guy doesn't do it.
I was gonna say because the past two intros fucking slap, dude. The first one was so
oozes sex, dude.
Oozes sex and a comedy about high school.
Pinnacle.
It is pretty peak.
Listen.
The one that I'm the most hyped for, besides Kaguya-sama, and Spy Family, and Komi, because that one is hype. This Tomodachi game one's got me pretty interested.
That one does look good.
Really cool. It like I was telling Gunnar and Daniel before the podcast, it looks like a mixture between Squid Games and Danganronpa, and I'm very.
Which one was this? I'm sorry.
Tomodachi game.
Yeah.
Oh, was that the one with the doll?
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks.
It's like these kids have to play a game in order to pay off their debt. But they have to but there's like a traitor amongst them all, so Danganronpa feels too. Yeah, it's it seems pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, it looks like it's gonna be a good pickup. It could be flop. It could be a flop, but I'm gonna watch.
I hope it's not a flop.
The survival ones are weird. The last one that came out that got big was King's Game, and that one was.
I hear that one's super good.
Oh.
You didn't really? No. Oh, I hear it's good.
That's a hot take.
Oh, it's super.
Oh, I don't know. I've never seen it.
Well, okay, so one of the premises is that the main guy has a girlfriend and he has a best friend, and so in the King's Game, right, the way it works, it's almost like Simon Says, but the king tells you to do something. It's almost like Truth or Dare, in the Japanese world, and basically they get a text, and the King's Game is that the guy's girlfriend has to have sex with with his best friend, otherwise he kills the best friend. The best friend will die, and they'll go like, nah, it's not gonna happen. And like other characters will be like, if I don't do it, I'm not gonna do it, and they'll like blow up and shit. It's wild.
Wow.
But anyways, controversial scene. So the friend's like, I'm not gonna sleep with your girlfriend, dude. Like that's fucked up. I'm not gonna do that. Like you're my boy. I'm not doing that.
That's a true bro. That's a true bro.
Like, you're my friend.
No.
So I want you to make it. And he was like, but I'm not fucking your girlfriend. So they both knock him out, the best friend. And then the boyfriend's like, just do what you have to do, and then walks out. And I was like, what the fuck?
That's not appropriate. That's not appropriate.
I was like, okay, this took a left.
That's not appropriate.
That's not appropriate. I'm a mandated reporter. I'm gonna have to report that.
An acquired taste, to say the least.
Who do I call about that?
Oda.
Oda. Listen, I'm gonna need you to send Luffy and the One Piece crew over ASAP. Take these guys out.
This god power band.
Listen, he's got the power of the moon.
The sun.
Wrong.
Oh, not the moon.
Sun and moon.
Sun and moon. The sun. Listen, It is the sun. Oh, that's cool. Listen.
So who else? So is that the only one, Chris?
Yeah.
Summertime render. That one looks like it sounds like it's gonna be. It's a thriller, like a murder mystery kind of thing. I'm excited for that. Because it was it last year this time they released
Wonder Egg?
No, it wasn't. It was sooner, but Wonder Egg was. It wasn't a thriller, but it did kind of have that like mystery vibe to it. I'm trying to think of the name of it, but I'm excited. I would like a good anime thriller, like murder mystery thing.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like
murder mysteries.
Yeah, we need some. I need some like telenovela drama in my anime. Vibe it up. Raul, is there anything wrapping this up? Anything that you're excited for this coming up?
Catch me falling asleep at this Odd Taxi movie. 100% guaranteed.
Catch him falling asleep.
Catch me falling. Will I watch it? Maybe. Falling asleep? That's more.
Definitely. Are you serious?
I'm not gonna. I was just kidding as a joke, but yes, I'm thoroughly excited for that movie.
I was gonna say, I was worried he was gonna fall asleep at Jujutsu. I'm gonna be dead ass.
I was wide awake because it was a good movie.
It was a good movie.
It wasn't.
Demon Slayer was good. I gotta say, we talked about it just to kind of finish off the episode. Demon Slayer visually beautiful. Nothing. I don't think anything can touch it. Visually, it's pinnacle. I just think like story wise, Jujutsu was better because if we're talking about like Chris's point of like Jujutsu was short, fucking the Mugen train felt even shorter to me, and I think it was the same runtime. So that, but anyways, that's not spring anime. But I got to wrap it up with that. Anyways, thank you if you've listened this far. Thank you for listening. We appreciate it. Give us a like and comment on whatever platform you're listening on. You could also follow us on Instagram, where Daniel posts the freshest memes and has the most interesting questions ever posted on Instagram. You can check out our YouTube. We're going to be releasing something pretty soon here. Kind of some new content. Leave us a like, leave us a comment. You can send us an email at gaifusforlaifus@gmail.com if you want to send some spam over that way. Love to see it. Thank you for joining me, guys. Do we have any final comments before we finish off?
Overlord season 4, summer 2022, baby.
Ooh, I'm excited for that, dude. Yeah.
Okay, I'm good.
All right. Chris, Raul.
I don't know.
Read One Piece.
I'm reading it right now.
Read Elden One Piece. Play Elden Ring.
Elden Ring is good.
Oh, okay, sure. I got an Elden Ring one. Never played it, but Millennia looks freaking awesome. That's my thing.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We'll catch you next week. See ya.
Everybody.
Bye.